Hi, welcome everybody. This is Catherine. Welcome to the Pet Love Show. Today, you can see I have a beautiful guest with me today. This is Tricia.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for joining.
Of course, of course.
So I asked Tricia to come on the show today because I feel like she has such an incredible story with her animal companion. She has many of them, and we'll get to kind of meet all of them in spirit today. But I was just so inspired by how she has stepped into this connection, and some of her experiences have really opened my heart to the possibilities. Ping wants to say hi. The
Oh,
possibilities of what is possible when we connect on the soul level, the heart and soul level with our animal companions. And I know I come on every week and I'm talking about this and sharing about this from my experience, but it's so helpful to hear someone else's experience. And Tricia really inspired me with her story. So I'm going to invite her. You guys will love it. I'm going to invite her to kind of share her story with us. And yeah, we're going to go with the flow. And then later, we're going to hear a message from one of her animal companions, and we're going to offer a blessing. So, welcome, Tricia.
hi.
So, you and I connected over your dog, Lucky.
hmm
That's when we first connected, pretty much, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
I
maybe
reached
you
out
can
to
tell.
you when she was having her health issues. She had cancer problems, and I just wanted to have your support, and it was the best support.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you feel
Appreciate you.
supported. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about that and what that was like for you. And I know that Lucky's not with us anymore physically. And I'm so deeply touched by your experience of her transitioning. And I think right now, just this week, 4 people have reached out to me that their animal companions have transitioned. Which I mean, transitioned to like crossed over the rainbow bridge, passed away. And so I know this is heavy on people's hearts, and I know that it can create a lot of suffering. But what you shared with me really opened my heart, because heaven's been telling me for years that one of the things that I'm here to help the animals do is have this peaceful, sacred, loving transition into the soul world. And I know that, absolutely no judgment, or it's not my business, but we do transition our animals in some ways that are different, right? So
hmm
sometimes the vets guide us to just euthanize them. Sometimes it's very hard to watch them go through that. I mean, it's hard to watch someone you love die, especially when you can't really communicate with them very clearly in the way that you might if it was a person, right? Um, and there's just it's a different relationship. It's this unconditional relationship that's so loving, and there's just it's unspoken, isn't it?
It truly is, truly is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean,
Well, I would love for you to just share whatever, if you're comfortable with whatever you want to share from your heart, because I feel like right now your sharing could help a lot of people.
um, first, we'll start off with I was having such a difficult time with Lucky, and I knew she was transitioning. She was 13 years old, and she had she was just having skin issues and cancer issues. But when we would meditate, she would feel at peace, and she was happy up until the end. Like, she was okay because she knew that we were going to be okay. She was going to be okay. Um, it was it was I've had her ever since she was a puppy, and she helped me even get over my husband's death. Like, she was my everything, and I didn't think I could have that again. And she sent me, someone new, and I knew that I would just be okay. Like, she made everything better.
I know we did some blessings and we did a lot of the meditations, and you really worked with her and worked to connect with her on the soul level to be able to communicate, what was going on. And I remember you reaching out to me and being like, wow, I just feel so connected to her, even after she passed away.
I definitely did always connect. Like, she would always send me signs, and just, they never leave your heart. They're always there with you. They never go. They can leave your eyes, but they don't leave your heart and soul. They stay and protect you always. Always. She was, like the leader of the family, like with Phoenix and Petunia. She saved all of our souls at times. Like, when she had passed away, and when she was passing away, I knew that she was passing away, and it was at my house, and I was calm. She was calm. It was an okay thing. She didn't have any pain, she really was okay. We played Love, Peace, and Harmony, and somehow that got me through. She had a cancer that wasn't painful, so we didn't have to put her down. But, she was just perfect. And I didn't think that I would be able to deal, like, with her dementia. She had dementia and all of that. And I kept loving her. And she told me what she needed. And she told me that it's okay. I'm going to stay here until it's my last day. It's just what I'm going to do. And it was a peaceful thing. I could feel heaven's angels around me and just protecting me. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I was just at peace. And it was an okay thing, which is crazy because she has saved my life before. I was okay.
Well, I remember us having conversations and you were like, I don't know how I'm going to live without this dog.
Right.
And then for you to go through that experience and open your heart and receive. And, Tricia has open channels. So, she can receive messages, and we all can do this. Some of us have to get there, and we have some things to heal before that can happen. But I just thought that was so beautiful, and I appreciate you sharing that. I know it's emotional, but
it was nice because I was so emotional to have you help me also. Even though I do have those communication skills, it was almost like a too close type of thing. Too much emotion involved with it, but it was it was such a beautiful, almost a beautiful experience, and I still feel her love till this day.
It's so beautiful. And the beautiful thing I've observed through you, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, but you've kept your heart open. And so this wonderful stuff has come into your life.
Yes.
But I wanted to ask you, do you feel like it was helpful to hear a message from her? Because I know we connected and you got to hear some messages from her.
It was super helpful.
Help you?
It helped me so much. I needed something to know that she wanted to still go on, and still that she was going to be okay. And she just, I'm freezing up and not thinking.
We can all feel your heart. Yeah. And the reason I asked that is, I did put you on the spot a little bit, but the reason I asked you that is not to toot my own horn at all, but because I want people to realize the power of receiving a message from your animal companion. Because it's always, whenever I do a session with someone, it's never what they expect it to be like. People are always, the feedback I'm always getting, and for me too, I have the same experience. It's like, wow, that wasn't what I expected. That was like, they just get so much from it. And so, especially when your companion's transitioning and you said you knew she was getting close, just to hear those words from her. And I remember we checked to see if she was in pain, and she said that she wasn't. And, just knowing some of those things can settle you into that peaceful place so you can hold. I mean, really what you did is you held that sacred space. You played Love, Peace, Harmony. If y'all haven't played this for your animals, do it. The free song for humanity, lovepeaceharmony.org. You played Love, Peace, Harmony, which we know creates this harmonious, beautiful field of energy around. And you were able to be present for her in that connection in a different way, right?
Without being all anxious. I wasn't anxious. I was happy. It was a better way I could be there for her, just like she had been there for me.
And I'm so grateful to you for serving her in that way, because I know that when we cross over into the soul world, whether we're an animal or a human, it's a significant moment in the soul journey. And what is we know, especially Lucky, she said she loved to serve you in this way, but they take on what we're feeling, right? So, because you were able to hold that space in such love and peace, so was she. And, it's not always easy. And this isn't to put an expectation on everyone, but when you receive the blessings, when you can hear from them and have peace in your heart, my other dog wants to say hi. It can shift that experience for everybody. And I guess what I'm trying to share right now is the significance of transitioning into the soul world, peaceful, happy, supported, is soul journey changing. I mean, that changes the entire experience.
It definitely helped me not have any kind of regret with her passing, and I was okay with it.
That's really an important teaching, because this is the one thing that I have realized in supporting people, and also for myself, is guilt can be such a huge thing with our animals when they leave us. Whether we helped them transition or we just didn't know what was going on with them, and then something would suddenly happen, or there's an accident, or sorry, I have a new dog and he's still learning. Come here, you're all right. You have a very interesting bark.
And he doesn't sound like a Chihuahua.
I really know.
It's a little bit deeper.
So this is just to say that they're barking because this is important. Let me catch my thought again. Oh yeah, so I mean, it's just really beautiful that you don't have that. And I remember you texting me days after going like, I still feel really peaceful. Of course you miss her. I mean, that's without a doubt, right?
A physical body, of course.
Yeah, and you can have some sadness and, go through that process. But what we did together, and then have you hold that space for her, and then for you to give that feedback about how you're feeling days later, really touched my heart and kind of woke me up to like, okay, there is a different way to be supported in this. There is a different way for this to happen. So, and then connecting to Lucky and knowing how much it helped her really inspires me.
It really did.
To share this. So thank you for coming on and sharing your story. I'm sure that you've touched someone's heart. And, the thing is too, if your animal's already transitioned, you can still get there. Even if you didn't do it like you did, even if they're already gone, you can still get to that peaceful place, because this is when, and grieving is natural. So, we don't want to feel bad about anything we're feeling. But I've noticed that the guilt just from you as an example, like the guilt can block us from receiving their love, which is what helps us heal
Mm-hmm.
and connects us to, I mean, you so clearly were like, they're always in our heart. But I think that's an idea that a lot of us share. But I don't know that that many people have really been able to experience that in the way that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it can happen. And so,
And which I mean, usually my natural way is just to freak out, but like you helped me to find my calm and my peace and I could just be there for her. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Always.
oh, I appreciate you and Lucky and the opportunity. She really taught us both about this.
She did.
She really did. So thank you so much for sharing that. I am going to do some pet loss grieving, healing grief from pet loss workshops and different things. So if you guys want to check out my website and see, I'm going to post some things very soon. So I'm excited to kind of move forward in finding the best way to kind of offer this support. So if you feel like reaching out, you can. I have lots of free resources, and then we can always do a session as well. So anyway, not to plug myself, but if you want that support, it is available. And so then take us through a little bit what happened after Lucky became an angel. Then you had your little Chihuahua Petunia as well as your cat Phoenix, and that shifted the whole dynamic, right?
It did. They were fighting a lot and arguing. Just kind of, the way that they argue. We did a lot of forgiveness practices, and that helped a lot. It took a lot of practices. We definitely left that on repeat at nighttime for Phoenix and Petunia, and they definitely kind of came to the conclusion that I felt like they sent me that they needed another dog to make everything better in the end, because they had gone as far as they could go, but there was something missing for them. And
they needed a leader. Yeah.
Right. They definitely did. And
so I love that you shared about the forgiveness practice. I just want to share that with some people who might be, tuning in for the first time. Forgiveness practice is something I love to share about with our animals because I noticed through sharing it with my own animal companion, Mr. Ping, what started to shift for him and for both of us, and also for myself. So we can guide the animals to do this practice. And it might sound kind of funny, but really what forgiveness is doing is it's a way to help them self-clear. So you're seeing Petunia and Phoenix were in disharmony. So there was, and they were continuing to create it, because wasn't Phoenix kind of attacking Petunia?
He was.
So through that creates negativity in
there was so much, and she would try to forgive him all the time. Petunia would, but he would do it again. So we just would continue to do the forgiveness practices over and over.
And then you did eventually see a shift.
Oh yes, definitely. They would always get better. And then if I leave the house, I leave Love, Peace, and Harmony on, so that they just don't seem to fight, and they're just happy and they get along so well.
They're so magical.
I know they're safe that way.
Yeah, I know. I love playing it. I went and got physical therapy today, and I have it on a little necklace that I wear sometimes. And I had put it in my pocket, and my therapist was like, "What is that song?" It's like, "Oh no, leave it on." It was really sweet. But I want to also, we'll talk about your newest edition very soon, and we'll get to hear a message from her. But in that, you joined the Deepening Connection with Animal Companion class, which I was so happy to have you in there. It was such a cool class, and I was very surprised about everybody's experience in that class, but do you want to share about maybe some of the shifts that you experienced? I was really taken back by the shifts and everything that you experienced, and even like sharing it with people. I want people to hear this because
you know, one time I even missed a class, and I could still feel that Petunia and Phoenix were in harmony and everything was getting better. Like they still had love. So, but when I did go to the classes, it was so helpful so I could understand what I was supposed to do for them, and just what they had to say to me so that they could get along. And just really hearing other people talk about their pets kind of helps you too, like to hear what their messages are, so you can just feel the just beauty of every animal. And I feel like that really healed, was the ultimate healer for Phoenix and Petunia. Like they still had a little bit of issues before we started that class, and they really did better after that class. So much better.
Let me share a little bit about the class. I'm getting a message from my guides going like, people don't know what you're talking about. So
Sorry.
For me, not you.
Right.
So in the class, this deepening connection with your animal companion class is just that, where we all gather together and I share the techniques that I use as an animal communicator, and we all kind of open up our special ability and potential to be able to connect in our own special way and we use our animal companions to do this. And everybody gets messages from their animal companion. You get like a private session also with the class. And so you're kind of focusing on really allowing and opening your heart and clearing and connecting and building that foundation and that connection with your animal companion throughout the class. And we're all doing it together. So that's what Tricia's talking about.
One thing I do remember, when you had given me, I understood Phoenix a lot more after we had that connection, when we had that soul connection with him. So the fact that when you told me he said he doesn't even feel like a cat, I kind of went out of my way to make him comfortable, because he is a cat. He just felt understood. He felt so understood after that, because he was misunderstood for a long time, and he felt heard after that class, for sure. And he was a stray, so he didn't know how to cat. So, I could just kind of hear more about how to help him. He needed help, for sure. And you helped him a lot. He is a happy, happy, happy boy now. A very happy boy.
That's all we want. I mean, you literally give us so much, and I know you feel this way about your.
He helped me with Lucky, and her passing, and I helped him too, because he was sad about Lucky. So I just we healed each other. I mean, all of us together, and I felt like even Phoenix and Petunia kind of eventually started helping each other after the class. Like just during the class, they bonded a lot more, and they heard each other a lot more. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful connection now.
It's beautiful. Okay, so then I remember getting a message from you so while we're in the class, right, we're all also private messaging and communicating with each other, because all these things are starting to happen in our connection with our animals and in our connection with people. And some people were just, their connection to source was shifting in such a powerful way. So I remember getting a message from you that was sharing like, I just talked to somebody. I just told somebody how to connect with their animals.
And I remember when you had said, just, let somebody know about, like, so I can help more people. And I was like, I don't know. I don't like to admit those things. But when I saw the difference and I saw someone suffering with their animals, I'm like, I must share. There was the guy who was here to do he was fixing my garage. His dog was having problems, and I was like, you need to put on Love, Peace, and Harmony, and the dog will be okay. And he said his dog has had a major shift, didn't destroy anything. It was just, it's just a beautiful connection. And I've told many people about it, because I'm just like, why would you have to suffer with, a puppy needs you need a lot of forgiveness classes with a puppy also, because they're going to destroy your I remember she would destroy everything.
Yeah. They're like this loose cannon teacher. Like their lessons are just flying out of them.
There's a lot to forgive on both sides.
And so much love to receive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love that. And I remember you saying, like, I was able to share with someone how to connect to the soul of their animal, to make that soul connection. And this is something on the Pet Love Show that I talk about every week. And it's interesting because even almost every time I'm sharing about it, I'm like, it just seems too easy. Like, it just seems too easy. But sometimes a simple way is the most powerful way. And when I learned this technique of just saying hello, I learned from a beautiful healer and humanitarian who taught me and brought out in me so much healing and so much of these abilities. I definitely wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now without it. This, like, connecting on the soul level. So dear the soul, heart, mind, and body. So we're going to do this together real quick to give everybody an experience. So if you have something you want to communicate to your animal companion, and Tricia, you can do this along with us as well. And then we'll talk about your newest edition and hear a message from her. But I want everybody to get to do this together. So even if you're like, I don't know, just play along and do it. If you have an animal you want to communicate something to, it's perfect. So we're going to do the say hello. So I'm going to put one hand over my heart center and one hand on my lower abdomen. And you can do the same thing if you'd like, or your heart, either way. I'm going to close my eyes. Take a breath, visualize that beautiful light coming into my being, connecting to my heart, whatever I connect to is the source of love and light. And then we're going to connect to our animal companions. So you can follow along in your heart if you'd like to. Dear the soul, heart, mind, and body of, and you can name your animal companion. So I'm going to use these two little guys. I'm going to do both of them. So Moon and Mr. Ping. So you can name your animal companion. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please come connect heart to heart with me for this communication. Thank you. We can do a little forgiveness. You can throw this in there if you want. I apologize for any time that I've created negativity for you and your ancestors in any way, in any lifetime, including in any time I didn't know what you needed or how to care for you, or I didn't give you the love you needed. I deeply apologize. Please forgive me. I forgive you. I forgive you for all the lessons you have taught me. That didn't feel very good. For any disharmony you've created. Oh, there's Petunia. I forgive you unconditionally. Thank you. All right. So now I just want everyone from your heart, communicate whatever you want to communicate to your animal companion, whether it's how you would like them to behave to bring more harmony to your walks, or just offer your love and gratitude to them. I'm going to tell the two of mine how how I love them both and would love them both to get along. So I have a new dog, right? So my other dog's been with me for 9 years, and now I bring another dog in who is working through some things. So I'm just going to tell them how much I love them and appreciate them. And you just come from your heart. And you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's it. So you can practice this, do this every day and test it out, test out things. You know, one time Mr. Ping was waking up kind of in the middle of the night and he needed to go out to go to the bathroom, but he was standing in the center of my room and like making this very quiet noise. So I would just kind of sort of wake up and be confused. I had no idea how long he was trying my attention for. And I felt kind of bad, like, dude, you know, I'm sorry if you were sitting there for a long time and needed to go out. So I did the say hello. And I said, please, can you please let me know in a more direct way when you need to go outside so I can let you out? Just come and lick me on the face and wake me up so I can let you outside. And the next day he did that. And it had been a few nights that he was sitting in the middle of the room making this kind of subtle noise to wake me up because he's so sweet, right? He's not a get up in the morning and wake me up dog. He, you know, he loves to sleep in. He's kind of like a teenager. So when I thought, well, I'll just do I should just do the say hello communication with him. And I did, and it worked. And this is also how I taught him to wake me up to take my medicine in the morning. Many, many years ago when I was needing to take medicine every day, I kept forgetting. And so I asked him if he would help me. And so he would wake me up every morning early, like 4 o'clock, and I would take the medicine. He would stay awake and stay like standing on me till I took the medicine. And then as soon as I took it, he wanted to go back to sleep. And I just did it through what we just learned, you know, just connecting. And it does take a little bit of practice. But everyone can do it and it can be just as powerful for everybody. Yeah. Okay, I accidentally muted you, but I wanted to unmute you now. Can you unmute yourself? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, beautiful. All right.
Petunia always joins for meditation.
So sweet. Hi, Petunia. How's it going?
She's doing so good. She's such a good girl. She's happy. So happy.
Yeah.
She probably misses her sister a little bit, but.
Hey, you want to say hi to Petunia?
Oh.
Busy doing things. All right. So tell us about your new addition.
She is a beautiful, beautiful, she's, her name is Sage, and she is 10 years old. I saw her on, the computer. I really didn't know for sure if I was ready to get another dog. I didn't want another dog, but, when this dog spoke to me, I saw her picture and I was like, okay, I need this dog. She was forced to have babies and things like that. So she's good with babies, which is good because she's good with my Chihuahua. She's perfect with my Chihuahua. Absolutely, because she's 60 pounds. So she's a big girl. And she is just the sweetest thing. We've had quite the connection. I fell a couple days ago, and she was there to help me get back up. I have a lot of health issues, and she helped me. And I don't know if I would have gotten up off the ground if it weren't for her and her love and her, she helped me up with her body, and she saved me, and she waited there for me. And we've only known each other a couple days, and like, I've never had that connection, but I really think that I definitely have used the say hello a lot. So I think that way we have connected, and she has felt were, all my love. But today she's having her heartworm treatment. But they say that she's going to be okay. So I'm going to be okay with that.
Everybody send Sage lots and lots and lots of love.
Right.
Yeah, for
And,
its speedy recovery.
and she's just so thankful for life. She makes me live in the moment. And sometimes I used to be on my phone too much and everything, and not go for walks. And she has got me out there no matter what, just loving me. It's like, I know Lucky sent her. I had waited for a sign to know that she was the one for me to get, and a bird had hit the window and said, this is your sign that you need this dog. And she is a simple dog. She's really simple, and I did not see it going that simple. She was I listened to Phoenix and Petunia, like their hearts said, we need another dog. We need someone to take lead. And she takes lead, but it's just beautiful. And it's more than easy. I love her.
But having 3 animals is not always that easy.
No, but it has to have been. It was totally meant to be. And I had even asked you, I said, can you kind of check in to see if it's going to be a good fit? Because I don't know if I want to do this. But it was a perfect fit, and too perfect. And we are all complete and happy again. So we're so happy.
Oh,
so
beautiful. Happy. That's great. It's such a beautiful thing. This is what I was talking about you keeping your heart open in that connection with Lucky, so that you could then keep your heart open to what Petunia and Phoenix needed, to finding this beloved one, to bringing her into your home. And now it's so easy, and it's
so easy.
And, I think that's amazing. So should we hear a message from Sage?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
All right, everybody. So this is part of the communication bit. We pre-recorded this so that we could connect at a certain time that worked for us both. So this is going to be broadcasting live, but so I'm not going to do any live readings for everyone today, but I will. Join me again and we'll do some more live readings. And if you want to be on the Pet Love Show, you can send me an email and apply, and we can get you on here I think everybody's story is so beautiful. So today we're going to hear a message from Sage. It'll be for everybody. And also for Tricia and her family. So let's connect. So for those of you who haven't experienced this with me, I'm going to connect on the soul level, that spirit level, that level of information, messages. Everyone and everything, in my belief, has a soul, and we can connect and communicate in such beautiful ways that are unspoken. This is how, when you receive that phone call and you were just thinking of the person who called you, we're all connected on that level, right? I really truly believe this. So I'm going to connect on this soul level. I'm going to connect using my spiritual channels and receive Sage's message and what she wants to share from us. She might show me some images. She might give me some knowing, or have me see some words, or I might hear her. She might also use my mouth, which I think will probably happen, use my voice to share her message with Tricia. Okay. So everybody receive Sage's message. If you're in a space to just close your eyes and relax for a moment, that'd be perfect. If not, that's okay. We'll just take some breaths. Dear Sage, everybody give Sage lots of love. She's going through a heartworm treatment, which we know is not always very pleasant or easy for them. We love you. We honor you. We appreciate you. We send you all of our love. Please offer us a message, your guidance and wisdom. And dear Sages, guides, angels, and protectors, we love you, honor, and appreciate you. Please also feel free to share on Sage's behalf and offer her wisdom, her love, her guidance for all those who are watching, including for beloved Tricia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, dearest ones, this is Sage, Sagey, the sage. I am a love of many things. I love my new family. I love all of the babies that I have given birth to be able to give life to another being is very sacred to me. I am very grateful to be with this beloved one and the animal family of Petunia and Phoenix. It brings me great joy. I feel I can finally relax and my body can rest. I will be with you for many, many years. I will teach you how to be in the moment and show you what we have the power to do together. You have created the foundation of harmony in your home. This is why it was so easy for me to sync up with everyone else. I'm so grateful. She likes the food you're giving her. She's showing me. It's like there's these things on top, like chunky things on top or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there is. There is.
Yeah, she's like, She's like, this is the best food ever.
They're little pumpkin things because she's switching her food. So.
Okay, yeah, she's showing me these chunks. She's like, it's so good. It's special food. She loves just lying, on the blanket, just stretching her body out. The Love, Peace, Harmony is really helping her. Imagine having so many babies.
I know. And she was such a good mom. I know.
Oh, it's so sweet. Thank you, Sage, for the message. When she was talking about being a mother, I could really feel that honor in her, even though she knew the way that it was being facilitated was maybe not the highest way, but it didn't matter for her service.
Right.
So she she showed up in the best way that she possibly could. Do you know how old she is?
10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But any second with her is perfect.
Yeah, of course. She's so happy, and this was a gift from Lucky. She really wants you to continue to experience this love. And the message I'm getting is that Lucky knows the power of your love and wants many animals to get to experience this as well. So, even when you adopt senior dogs need so much love and care. Also, they've been through so much. When they get to the point where they need if they're available to have a home, just even spending however long they have left in the comfort that you can offer, and many of us can, is so, so beautiful. So yeah, she loves Phoenix too.
She does.
Yeah.
And Phoenix loves her too. He rubs up against her. They're all in love. It's a perfect harmony.
And this doesn't take away from anything you shared or had with Lucky.
Right.
She's a part of it even still.
Oh yeah. She definitely sent her to us. She definitely sent. There's no way. Like I was, I kind of was done with a big dog. I have a lot of health issues. There's just so many different things that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, but I listened to my heart, and that's what brought her to my life. easily.
The other thing I'm hearing would be good for her is green beans. Do you give her green beans?
Okay.
Yeah. Something about, do they have vitamin B or something? I don't know what green beans have in them.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe she likes them.
Yeah.
She's a healthy eater, so.
Yeah. Green beans, they have something in them though. You might
Okay.
like them, but there is something, a nutrient that she can get from them. I'd have to look up what
Mm-hmm.
green beans have. I think I'm hearing it's vitamin B, so maybe that's what it is. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, and she just wants you to know how loved you are. She's just grateful. She's like, finally, I get to relax. Like, I heard her. She was saying like, you're like going to like a spa resort.
Right.
Yeah, and
Because
you know, she's appreciates how you've integrated her and connected with her. You know, the ease that she can have because you're really taking the time to use your natural abilities and the tools you have to use animal communication and connect. She just feels understood and heard and taken care of. There's like a level of safety that's there because of that, even,
right,
which is really, really beautiful. And everybody was ready to receive her because of all the work that you've done with them. So,
right.
yeah, so good job.
I
The
definitely
power
think
of this work is so amazing. And, you know, you are very tuned in, and you know, so many of us are, and even if we don't know it, um, but you know, I don't think you were considering yourself an animal communicator necessarily before we started working together and you took the class, and now you're doing such a beautiful job.
that's
I really see that you're going to open up to doing this even more,
mm-hmm.
and even working with some of the shelters and the different places. You know, you could do the soul communication with you could focus on one dog and visit them and communicate with them and see what they need, and then you can call forward that the person, you know, you can use the soul communication to call the most appropriate person to come get them. I'm seeing that you are going to be facilitating this for some animals. That's so cool. How does that feel?
I would love to. I connect with animals like that. Like it for animals, it's easy for me, but like with, you know, since you've helped me, and they come to me. They come, like my kids are like, they just, there's animals that people don't, you know, usually get along with. They all love me because I hear them, and it's and my daughter's practicing it too, so like it's my kids see it. My oldest, she doesn't believe in it, but she sees it. It's undeniable. So can't deny what it works.
You know, not for everybody. Everybody doesn't. That's the thing, though. You know, it's not a huge belief system. It's just like, oh, that worked. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
So, you know, I know you would take in all the dogs if you could,
I would.
but this is a way I'm getting that you can really support them and start to move forward. So just keep working at it, taking your natural gifts and harvesting them even more and more, empowering them, connecting, believing in yourself. That's the other thing, right? It's like you just got to have that confidence and that trust in what you're receiving. And I think you've grown so much in that. I see a clarity in you. Your heart has always been touched by what you've received, but that clarity and trust is really, really beautiful that you have. So
It is. Everyone says like lucky was my lesson, but then now that I've learned like my lessons and everything, now I get to have like just a simple one. Because Lucky tested me up until the day she died. She got into everything, but it was because I needed to lighten up. You know, they each one teaches us a lesson, and she really, and plus she helped me to get over her that way. So it was just, I'm thankful that she got into everything in the end, because I needed that lesson. And I think that with sage, it just shows that how much I have grown, because it was just it's so simple. Every time she doesn't feel heard, I do the soul communicate, communicate with her soul. And I definitely do the happy heart, healthy heart. I don't know what that's called, but it tends to help her. And I did that a lot with her before she left. And I just feel like she's ready to, she'll be absolutely okay. Because we have.
All right. Yeah. Let's give her a little blessing. So I keep bending down because my little doggy is trying to get my attention.
Oh, Mr.
We need to go outside. We're almost done. Okay. So we're going to offer, it's the little dog hour.
Look at this, Mr. Ping. Aww.
Barking.
She appreciates Mr. Ping.
Aw, they're so cute. They're like little cousins.
I know, they look a lot alike. Actually, Mr. Ping is what encouraged me to get Petunia. I was like, he looks calm. I can get a Chihuahua. It'll be okay.
Yeah, calm Chihuahuas exist for sure.
It was simple.
One that's calm and one that's very excited. Playful.
He'll bring him into his peace.
Yeah, he's also calm, but yeah, this guy is like, oof. Okay, should we offer Sage a blessing? Yeah? Okay, you ready? I'll sing it. We'll sing Love, Peace, Harmony while we do the blessing. So I'm going to use one of the transmissions I have as a Tao Hands practitioner. And we're going to offer Sage a blessing for a great procedure. She's having heartworm treatment, right? And a speedy recovery and rest and balance. Okay. So blessing for beloved Sage for a fast and easy recovery from the heartworm treatment. Blessing starts. Lula, lula, dee. Lula, lula, la, la, lee. Lula, la, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Thank you. Wow. What I saw in my spiritual eye, thanks, Ping, is this light going to our cardiovascular system. I don't know much about what the heartworm treatment is or whatever, but I saw this light going through her, and I heard it through her cardiovascular system, and just bringing all this light and this healing. It was like coating it in like this golden nectar, honey, like just so much light, so much healing. So yay, you'll have to give us an update. Everybody continue to send Sage lots of love and light so she can be recovering and be relaxed. Yes. Yes. How did that, did you experience anything, Tricia?
What was that?
Did you experience anything during the blessing?
Definitely. A lot of peace, because I was so nervous about, doing this, and then also just with Sage's issues, I know it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. Like the voices of saying it, anything, but it's going to be perfect. She's going to be fine, more than fine.
Yay. Well, everybody
Thank you
give
so
Tricia
much.
lots of love for being brave and coming
Thank you.
on camera. We are, we arranged this. We tried a couple of times. We couldn't hear each other in the beginning, had to switch platforms, but we, we just persisted.
We did it.
And we did it. And so I just want to thank you so much for being brave and for coming on. Sorry, my dog might bark. Yeah, good job. See? Be peaceful. He has been guarding the house much less since we
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
I know.
Comfortable in finding their way together.
It's beautiful to see the improvements that another dog can also make for them.
I know. I feel very excited. At first, to be honest, I was like, did I just blow this dog's life up? No, I was so guided, right? So I thought, no, and I did communication. I checked guidance. So no, you just have to be loving and patient and let them, hold that love for them and let them figure it out. So I
think Chihuahuas maybe resist a little bit more. They're so spiritual, like they're almost too smart, right, to do it right away.
Right.
They're just brilliant. They're so brilliant and spiritual. I love them.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tricia. Thank you
so much.
Send her lots of love, give lots of hearts. And thank you, everybody, for sticking with us and watching us and sharing this beautiful moment and hearing Tricia's amazing story. I am having a deepening connection with your animal companion course level 1 starting in June. So if you feel interested in that, I will try to put the link in to share this. Otherwise, you can go to my website, soul, SOUL, lightpetservices.org. You'll see the course there. Check it out. Check what it includes, a bunch of stuff. It's done over the course of five or 6 weeks, I think. I'm really excited to do this. Again, I have room for about 15 people. So get yourself signed up if that's something you feel like going on the journey. It was beautiful to hear Tricia's experience, and I'm just really grateful. Thanks for coming on and sharing.
Thank you
with all of us.
Well, thank you for all that you've ever done for me and my animals. I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure.
Really do.
And they have done the same for me. So I'm so grateful. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.